Hey everybody, welcome back to the Print 3D channel. Today is November 22nd, and that means day 326 of the 3DP 365 project. And on today's episode, one of my new favorite artists to print models from is Kijai, and I'll put the link down in the description for his page over in My Mini Factory. But he puts out some really cool models based on towers, castles, and other cool buildings. And for today's episode, we printed out this very cool spiral tower, and our print turned out pretty awesome, so stick around. Hey everybody, welcome back, and thank you for joining me here for day 326 of the 3DP 365 project. As I was saying, one of my new favorite artists to print models from is Kijai. His real name is Juka, and I won't even try and pronounce your last name, my friend. I don't want to try and butcher that. And he's a really talented artist. He makes really cool towers, buildings, castles. There's even a skull castle. There's all kinds of really challenging prints too. But they're not super challenging, they're just challenging looking. I've had no problems printing any of his models in the past, and for today, we printed out the spiral tower, and our print turned out perfect. Now, I don't know if you guys can see this because it is this Matter Hacker Standard Series black, and it's a very deep, rich color, and it's kind of glossy, so you guys might not be able to see all the detail. But I'll have plenty of close-ups in it at the end so you guys can see. But this print turned out perfect. We had absolutely no problems whatsoever. I wasn't even worried about any of these areas of small retraction at all, because this Matter Hacker Standard Series filament handles retraction like a champ. We downloaded this model from My Mini Factory, and I will put the link down in the description so you guys can download and print this yourself. And once we had it downloaded, we sent it over to Simplify 3D for slicing. In Simplify 3D, I used 4 top layers, 3 bottom layers, and 3 perimeters, and 10% infill at a 0.2 millimeter layer height at 35 millimeters per second. Now that did make for a 9.5 to 10 hour print, but it was well worth it. All the detail that Kijai puts into his models came out awesome. My gMax did such a stellar job. Every little nuance aspect of this castle is here. There are no problems with the print whatsoever either. There are no blobs, there are no globs, there are no signs of under or over extrusion, there are no layer skips or layer shifts. And I was really worried about layer shifting because there's a couple of areas that have some pretty good overhangs in them, like right in here, and some of the areas around the top where the castle actually sits. There's lots of little spires and little things. There's actually a little tiny stairwell that goes down inside and ends over here by this window here. Now, it's not a functional stairway, it's more for decoration, but it's cool nonetheless. And this little archway here too, I was a little worried about that overhang and the way that's set up, and that's pretty perfect. I don't see any globbing or any signs of little curling whatsoever. So this is a pretty perfect print. Now, I do have a lot of that wisping going on the surface of the model, so it's going to take a little bit of wiping off to get all of them, and I'm still pulling them off as we speak. But the print itself, it turned out awesome. These are some really, really cool models. I love printing these out. I really want a gMax size one of these, but it's over an 80-hour print, and it uses almost a roll and a half of filament, so that's probably not possible during the 365 project. But you might see one of these gMax sized models near the end of at the end of the year as we wrap up the 365 project, because these are the coolest things I've ever printed. Well, that about wraps it up for day 326 of the 3DP 365 project. I hope you guys found this episode interesting and informative, and if you're looking for ways to support the channel, check out those affiliate links down in the description. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, comment, like, and share those videos, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.